Our show opened with a question about wealth.
This right here is $1,000, and it represents the country's wealth. What percentage of this is pocketed by the lower 50% of earners?
15%?
15%. Well, that's still generous. It's actually 3%.
Oh, yikes. Oh.
Studies show the wealth gap is even more dramatic when you introduce race. To be clear, the 50% that possesses 97% of our nation's wealth includes individuals of many racial backgrounds. However,
when you look at the data, Black people, Native Americans, Latinx are disproportionately represented in that population of people who are living in poverty and people who are working poor. The wealth gap is a reality of who owns and has resources that they're able to invest in many aspects of their lives. It is the foundation of our ability to take risks, like start businesses. It's the foundation of our ability to pay for education without going into debt. It is the foundation of starting a family.
The opportunity to accumulate wealth and change one's circumstance through hard work is at the heart of the American dream. But Martin says the reality is far more complicated.
No one gets on stage after receiving an award and thanks themselves. You know, everything that I did to get here, and me, and I. There's always a whole line of people that they want to thank for helping them to get to where they are.
This is especially relevant because baby boomers, guardians of roughly half of the nation's wealth, will pass much of that on in the next 10 to 15 years. And as a recent New York Times article pointed out, very little of that windfall will reach people of color.
When we think about the historical context of how we got here, we explicitly had policies and practices in this country that limited the choices that people were able to make. You can go through to segregation, the Jim Crow era, and what that meant in terms of what jobs you could have, or what kind of homes you could buy. Even though we're all paying taxes, people of color were restricted from receiving a return on their investment in the United States of America.
One thing about gaps, both in society and sidewalks, is that once acknowledged, there are people who can help to narrow them.
There were intentional policies that led us here over an extended period of time, and therefore we need intentional policies and practices in order for us to get out of this situation that we've collectively created in America.
In 2008, Latino leaders took a very intentional approach to investing in underserved businesses in Lawrence and surrounding communities by creating Mill City Community Investments. Executive Director Glenn Lloyd.
Everything from banks to angels to VCs are not getting capital out to Black and brown people. And then stats are there, it's unfortunate. And so what we've had to do is almost create an alternative system to get this capital out. Because our folks, they need growth capital, they need stability capital, and we're looking at these businesses differently. It's a character-based lending along with the business fundamentals.
Lloyd says the approach works.
We have 98% of our companies that we've high-touched with a good chunk getting capital still in business. We get to know the business owners really well over a 9-month period, and we help them execute towards what we call their strategic priorities.
For some, like this restaurant, the priority may be creating a business plan, while others, like this florist, were looking for something more, like ownership.
So here's a woman who's been in the neighborhood for very long, renting, and it was our capital that helped them actually get a better price for the building and stabilize their long term.
Real estate is an amazing vehicle for generational wealth.
Marquise Days is a Boston-based real estate broker with a knack for advertising and a desire to learn everything he can about Boston's booming market.
I think the biggest barrier to entry is actually knowledge. You don't know what you don't know.
Days started off as an accountant at a real estate firm before he decided to follow the money.
I saw all the money coming in through the balance sheet, and something went off in my brain. I said, I have to get into real estate.
Days is based in Roxbury, where people of color make up 75% of the population, but are proportionally outpaced in home ownership by their white counterparts. To close the gap, Days has some advice.
Boston's making a huge push for affordable home ownership, a huge push for supplementing down payments and closing costs. So just looking out for all the free money that's out there right now to acquire your first property.
The process of buying a home may seem daunting, but for many, it is an investment that will be passed on for generations.
If my child sees me buying real estate, they know that buying real estate is possible and that it's achievable. So it starts with the first individual, and I think it trickles down.
Dr. Atia Martin previously served as Chief Resilience Officer for the City of Boston under then Mayor Marty Walsh. She is now the CEO of All Aces Inc., which offers an alternative approach to traditional diversity, equity, and inclusion consulting.